Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, join me, Rob McConnell, as together we'll investigate the world of the paranormal and the science of parapsychology here on the X-Zone Radio TV show on XZBN and the X-Zone TV channel on Simul TV. Since 1990, the X-Zone Radio TV show has been the place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard. Together, we'll investigate UFOs, aliens, ghosts, Bigfoot, psychic phenomenon, lake monsters, conspiracy theories, government cover-ups, the truth embargo, alien abductions, ESP, haunted locations from around the world, and so much more. With over 28 years of broadcasting and more than 4,500 individual guests, the X-Zone is truly a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality, as evidenced by the credibility, integrity, and professionalism of the guests that we bring to our international audience. If you have seen a UFO, had a close encounter, seen a ghost, Bigfoot, lake monster, or a story that you would like to share or have investigated, contact me, Rob McConnell, by sending me your email to xzone@xzoneradiotv.com, or you can call toll-free 1-800-610-7035, extension 143, and on Skype, X-Zone Radio TV. For more information on the X-Zone Radio TV show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, visit www.xzoneradiotv.com or www.xzonetvchannel.com or simultv.com and xzbn.net. Until next we meet here in the X-Zone from our broadcast center and studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, always remember, X-Zone Nation, keep your eyes to the sky and your heart in the light.
Welcome to the Imagine More Success radio show, which is the hot new all about you show with successful entrepreneurs and business experts sharing their stories and powerful takeaways while providing you with the tips, tools, tactics, and a free weekly gift to help you thrive. Your hosts for the Imagine More Success podcast and radio show are the best-selling authors Cindy Hendricks, a certified business consultant, and Thomas Hides, a certified world-class public speaking coach. Check out the Imagine More Success radio show at imaginemoresuccess.net, because now is the time for you to realize your dreams and to imagine more success. Welcome to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. We're very happy that you could join us today. We've got tons of great information for you today. We're going to be hearing from an expert in just a few moments, like on most of our shows, where we get some really great content as well as some really wonderful entertainment, usually at the same time. Cindy, we've been tackling the subject of internet marketing and sales, and we're going to take a little bit of different twist on it today as well, aren't we?
Yes, and I can't wait for you all to meet my friend and business ally, Al Gonzalez, and you are just going to love what he's going to share about how you can get yourself out there in front of people without having to be there.
Yeah, Al Gonzalez is the owner of a multimedia production and special event company, and his expertise is really in combining creative production and videography with sound, strategic positioning in order to create independent movies, documentaries, music, business videos, and social media segments. And whether you're working on an indie feature or a web video, we believe that great communication always starts with a solid understanding of what your clients need, your target market, and what your key message is. So we're going to be hearing more from him. Let's go ahead and bring Al onto the show. Al, welcome to.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's a pleasure to be here with both of you, and I'm looking forward to this dialogue.
Yeah, absolutely. Al, starting with your expertise, why is it so important right now to be utilizing video in marketing for any business that you have?
We're in an age where social media demands a video so that people can see the product or service, or most importantly, to meet the person who's driving the company, the business. And so video is at the top of the industry for any business right now.
They want to look into the eyes of the soul.
Yes, they do.
You know, Al, a lot of people have this idea that when it comes to doing videos that kind of low budget, I don't know what the term is, like low budget kind of
Self-made,
self-made
do it
videos and
yourself.
audios. Yeah, DIY videos really, I guess, is the proper term, are the things that people are looking for these days. Can you take a moment and speak to that for us?
Yes, DIY, do-it-yourself videos work at the beginning, and then once you're up and running and you've attracted an audience, it's important to step up and bring it up to a professional level. Because for the most part, when you start off on your own, you're using a cell phone, you're using sometimes a small little tripod, and that's okay. But I get a lot of calls and a lot of videos from clients that go, "Can you fix this?" And I look at it and I go, "Wow, yes, I can. As a matter of fact, we're going to reshoot the whole thing."
Right.
And bring it into the 22nd or 21st century. So again, start with something and then move up, and you can work with a producer. Producers are always willing to work with you because we look for, well, some of us that are over 40 look for long-term relationships, not just immediate gratification and then we never see you again. So start small, go big.
That sounds amazing because, you can't really fix sound when it's bad, can you?
Ooh, no. Well, you can to a degree, but it's going to end up costing you.
Yeah.
It's the cost factor in post.
Well, and as you become an expert, you want to sound and look like an expert.
Right. And an expert isn't going to do it all. They're going to see look and see who is the person that's around me that can handle this job, that can tackle this. And then I can put my resources to work where I'm going to generate more income for the company.
Well, and one of the things Thomas and I teach is that if you're busy doing all the work you don't need to be doing, then you're not working in your business and getting new clients and making money.
Exactly. Well, you and Thomas are on at the top of that right now. Yeah, because you know that.
Now let's talk a little bit about that idea of moving from a DIY standpoint. Well, first off, let's talk about what people maybe don't know when they're making videos. A lot of times when I see kind of DIY videos when it comes to marketing videos, the first thing I notice is that the storytelling is not necessarily there, or the sales part of it isn't necessarily embedded there. Do you see that quite a bit?
I do, because the person who's doing the DIY is focused on the video, and it's a discipline that they don't know. Understandably, I get it. However, there's a story to be told. If you look at a 30-second commercial for Pepsi, they remind you who they are 7 times. You'll never forget it. But that's a marketing campaign that's been built into the company over many, many years. So the sole owner who's starting out with their own video needs to consult with someone that's going to help them to brand that little video that they're starting out with, to find an element of marketing that's going to be used to approach the clients that they're going after. So DIY is okay to start with. What I look at a lot is poor audio quality, and the other one is very bad lighting on the subject.
Yes, I've seen that too. And I actually took some classes with some very talented filmmakers while I was here in Las Vegas, kind of as a hobby, and also for some of my own just things that I enjoy doing. And we spent an entire week just on audio because it's so very important to the validity of your video. And people may accept bad video, but bad audio is the number one way to have somebody run away from your video almost immediately.
Exactly.
And we're not even talking bad content yet.
No, we're not.
Right.
So there's content, there's video, and then there's audio, and
sound.
then there's the overall distribution method, okay, that you need to consider. Is it going to be on DVD? What format will it be on? If it's going to be over the internet, how big of a file, are you going to push? So there's all those little things that you need to consider.
And so it brings a whole new thought process to open up that phone and hit the video button, doesn't it?
Big time.
Yeah.
And that's one thing as well. I think, I'm sure that you know this, like in your professional background with doing videos and creating videos from scratch for people. Just talk to us for a moment what the price of equipment costs are. For the people that are maybe trying to build their own studio in order to make some videos, it very quickly becomes apparent it's probably cheaper to hire a professional.
The bottom line is to hire a professional and get that first production done and make a mark for yourself from the very beginning. When the bell rings and the horse takes off, you want to really leave an impression with the viewing audience as to quality goes in before the name goes out, quote unquote. That's an old saying from a TV company back in the 50s and 60s. I've never forgotten that. The old Quasar company.
Quasar.
So, Quasar, yeah. I'm dating myself. It's okay. I don't mind. So you can spend some dollars and buy your equipment. And then again, you're going to need to take some classes of some sort, like you did, Thomas. You invested a little bit in what you were doing. And do you have the time to do that? Or is it better off from the very beginning to just prepare a one-page outline of what you want and what you want to say for your first video? Then, in conjunction, collaborating with a producer, then you can start to have that producer come in and take the burden of all those elements that need to come together, because your time is valuable.
Yeah, I think time is a big part of it. And also, when it's your product, you have certain assumptions that there are certain assumptions you make as a person who owns a product that have to be overcome. And when you have that outside opinion, someone who's a producer can look at it from a completely different perspective and figure out what's really important and what your ideal client would want.
Exactly. Over the years, I've experienced clients that say, well, I want this. And I go, okay, let me share with you why that might not work. And they go, oh, I didn't think about that. I go, we could do it, but we're not going to end up using it.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, with your expertise, people are going to save a lot of time, a lot of money to get their messaging correct, and they're going to make that first initial impression is going to be amazing. And what's great about that is not leaving that part up to chance.
Correct. Exactly.
Pretty cool. What's the name of your company so that the listeners can hear it?
Quad Air Communications. Quad meaning four. I started that company with three other fellas back in the early 1980s, and quad stereo quadraphonics was very popular. So we were young. Come on.
I love it.
And awesome. Quadaircommunications.com, quadaircom.com.
Quadaircom.com. We're going to hang out here with Al for a couple of minutes while you listen to some words from our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to get back into not just some of the whys of video production for your business, but some of the what if, some of the possibilities, some of the things that could happen for you and in your business. Please stick around on the Imagine More Success radio show, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Patty Conklin grew up in Brooktondale, New York with a unique ability. Unlike others, she could see how the vibration of words and emotions affected the physical body. She discovered how to release stored emotion and facilitate healing. This began today's Conklin method of cellular cleansing. The private practice grew with tremendous results, as did her reputation. More and more people sought her out, bringing her into the home for healing. She soon realized she could even teach this to others, and they could shift perception and thus prevent illness from occurring. Patty Conklin quickly became a frequent keynote speaker, and she developed a curriculum for teaching the Conklin method of cellular cleansing. For more information, visit pattyconklin.com. PattiConklin, PattiConklin.com, or call 404-474-0086. That's 404-474-0086.
Mission Evolution is dedicated to the well-being of the planet and animals, as well as the evolution of humankind. One major factor threatening all three is increasing toxicity. Heavy metals and other environmental toxins are poisoning our bodies, deteriorating our brains, blocking our spiritual connection, and shortening our lives. Yet these poisons are extremely difficult to remove. I'm Gwilda Wiyaka, and I recently became aware of a product created from the marriage of nature and nanotechnology called Vitality. It's formulated from zoolite, whose crystalline structure binds toxins, gently carrying them out of the body. The light is only as clear as the window through which it shines. Clear your body, shine your light into the world. Visit vitalityhappens.com for a 20% discount. Enter code PATHHOME.
I am Dr. Carl O'Helvey, founder, president of a new cancer foundation focusing on evidence-based physical, mental, and spiritual interventions, including natural cancer cures, prayer, meditation, affirmations, nutrition, and other related holistic cancer prevention and cure modalities. These are used in cancer education, research, and financing care. I ask for your help to continue this important work by donating at www.holisticcancerfoundation.com.
You're back on the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. In our previous segment, we've been talking about multimedia production and how important it is for your business. In the earlier segment, we've been talking with Al Gonzalez, who is the executive producer and director at Quad Air Communications, which you can find at quadaircom.com. He's actually out of California, really in the the state where so many movies are made. So do you feel like you're in a perfect spot to kind of be in the now and in the know?
Well, after 30 plus years, I think I know something. I'm in Northern California in Sacramento. I still work in Los Angeles and travel down there quite frequently. I'm a guild member at Society of Camera Operators, and I'm down there constantly training on new cinema cameras, all the workflow tools that are available. Technology is changing so quickly that I cannot keep up with all the new cameras that are coming out. So it's a blessing, though, but it's a blessing to be part of the industry.
I can imagine. You were talking about expertise, and another thing that makes me kind of laugh about making videos, or because people have gotten so used to the idea of just hitting a button on the phone and making a short video. It's become almost something that's just so readily available that we kind of take it for granted. But I really liken it to buying a Steinway piano and putting it in your living room and then trying to play classical music. It ain't going to happen unless you are extraordinarily well trained, practiced, rehearsed. You really have to be an expert. It's not enough to just have a Steinway.
Well, that's the difference between someone starting out their first, second year as a videographer and someone that has quite a bit of tenure. I've been around and I've gone from analog to digital. I've shot a lot of 35 millimeter film and have also been privileged to work in cinema with some of the highest resolution cameras available. That affords me a great latitude to be able to work with all kinds of different subject matters and be able to put out something that the distribution center is going to say, oh, you have something I can use. The difference between that for me with young people, and I work with them a lot, is that they need to be patient. They need to intern a great deal and tap into the resources and knowledge from those that have been around for a while before they go down to Hollywood to be Steven Spielberg.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Talk to us a little bit about why it's really important to be utilizing video when it comes to marketing your business online today, 2020.
2020, if you go to any website, any business, a company that is fully committed in marketing a product or service to the masses, they're going to have a video on there. I also specialize in multi-language. So I've been producing videos in Spanish, which is my second language. I've produced videos in Russian, Ukraine languages, Arabic, Chinese, Japanese. Chinese is my favorite food, by the way.
Cool.
Yeah, just letting Cindy know. Hint, hint.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone is jumping on board the bandwagon. When I produce a video for a mainstream market for a company, I say, are you looking at any other demographics that we should consider? Because everybody has money in their pocket to buy a product or service. So video is extremely important for marketing your product or service, and you should consider having one on your website. If not, on YouTube, and link it to your Facebook or to your website.
Well, one of the things that I believe is the most important thing you can have on your website is to have video testimonials, because anybody can type out anything. But if you have the person that you've worked with talking about how they achieved what they needed to with you in your company and with your products or services, and it's a professionally done video, it's going to speak volumes to those people rather than just the written word. And I have to tell you, I hired Al to do mine years ago, and wow, what a great job.
Thank you so much. It was fun producing that video with you.
Thank you.
Because you're a natural in front of the camera. And that's the other thing that I work with, is I specialize in working with people that are first time in front of the camera. Years ago, people would hire, a company would hire a spokesperson. That's beginning to change, because I myself will be in front of the camera in a week hosting a video for my company, where you'll get to see me, the producer director, on camera talking about the features and benefits of what I produce and what I offer.
Well, and that's because you also are good in front of the camera, and you're kind of a ham.
Oh my goodness, somebody found me out. Oh, Thomas, I'm in trouble.
Right, you are in trouble now. You know,
Right.
I do think that is, I think that is so very important as well, that when you are doing, especially that big first video, that you need someone there with you to coach you through. If you're not a pro already, if you're not someone who is a professional at doing videos, if you haven't spent time on the stage or, making videos, or if you haven't been an actor, an actress, or someone who is a reporter, I think having someone give you some input, especially not just on all the technical parts, but also bringing out the people's personality, makes a huge difference.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that. I've been known to be hired to coach somebody who they definitely want to use their equipment, their phone, their tripod. That's okay. If that's where you are, fine. You can hire me for an hour or two. I'll coach you through the process.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I am adamant about people rehearsing their videos time after time. Just rehearse the hell out of them before you record and post, because you need objectivity. It's important to have other people look at your video, if you're doing it yourself, before it goes out into the ethers, if you will.
Yes. I hear a lot of people say things like, oh, it'll be good enough, or I'll just wing it. And, I like to say professionals are the one group of people who can wing it. They're typically also the one group of people who will not wing it. They will
Exactly.
rehearse, practice, make something perfect, and then do it. And I think that's great advice. I didn't realize that you offered that for people. That is tremendous to have someone like you help someone if they are going to DIY, at least have a professional set of eyes really assisting them.
When those professional people rehearse being themselves talking. I don't know if everybody knows that, but they don't
That's
just
right.
show up on a TV show and have an interview. They have rehearsed the entire thing.
And they have a brief outline, something that they know they're going to follow because that's the information they want to impart to the audience. So you just don't sit there in front of the camera cold turkey. You need to prepare yourself, have an outline, and know what you're going to say to the people that are watching.
So when you do that, Al, do you work with people on Zoom when you're not in the same city on coaching them on how to create the very best video they can with their own equipment?
The majority of my audience, my clients, are up here in Northern California in Sacramento, and I do work in Los Angeles a lot. I'm producing more videos in Spanish because that's a big market in California. But other states, same thing. And more people, again, are interested in getting the message out. And so I love the collaborative effort, that collaborative process of working with people. I really enjoy that a lot. It's not just one person doing everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Well, so tell us, what kind of videos do people need for their business? Like, what's a basic selection?
A 30-second video is great if you want to do your first DIU or DIY, do-it-yourself video. A 1-minute video should have a lot of content in it, and a 2-minute video definitely should have stills and video included in it, and a call to action always at the very end. I have tested a call to action at the beginning of a 1 or 2 minute video, then went into some of the particulars of the product or service, and it worked out pretty well, but that's very unique. But again, a lot of people forget to place a call to action at the end of the video, and then the viewer's left with, oh, okay, I saw your video, but I wasn't engaged enough, or you didn't remind me who to call or what action to take. Mm-hmm. Well, you want them to take some action right away.
Mm-hmm. Well, and one of the tips I can give is that you don't want a really long URL to give that people aren't going to remember. I can't believe people don't know any better. You need to have like talkwithal.com to set up an appointment so people can remember that.
I remember sitting in on one of your workshops and you gave that information and I go, oh, I should have recorded this because no, really, because people need to know that.
Thank you, Al.
Yeah, keep it short.
So, Al, what's kind of a first course of action for potential clients to get in touch with you so that then they can start to utilize your services?
You can email me or you can call me. We'll set up an appointment. The first thing I like to do is get to know the person. We can have a cup of coffee together, or hot chocolate in my case,
or some scotch,
or some scotch, my favorite on the weekends. On the weekends, folks. And let's get to know each other. I truly like to get to know the product or service that the client wants a video produced for, because that engages my creative mind, my cinematographer, my director mind, and I start to think right away, okay, this is what we can do for you. I tell people, if you're producing your first video, go online and research your competitors, because your competitor is going to be out there. They have videos. Take a look at what they're doing. And people bring me, or they send me the link, the URL, and I take a look at it and I go, okay, you want something like this. And we're going to brand it with your logo, with your information. Of course, we can do something. And it gives me an idea of what kind of a platform I'm going to be working with. But start with making a call or sending an email. I would like to schedule an appointment with you. I meet with people and we structure a 15, 30-minute interview. We get to know each other. Because, Tom, sometimes it's not a good fit.
Yeah, and when we come back, we're going to talk more with Al Gonzalez from Quad Air Communications, quadaircom.com. Stay tuned to the Imagine More Success radio show.
Audience. If you have seen a UFO, had a close encounter, seen a ghost, Bigfoot, lake monster, or a story that you would like to share or have investigated, contact me, Rob McConnell, by sending me your email to xzone@xzoneradiotv.com, or you can call toll-free 1-800-610-7035, extension 143, and on Skype, X-Zone Radio TV. For more information on the X-Zone Radio TV show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, visit www.xzoneradiotv.com. or www.xzonetvchannel.com or simultv.com and xzbn.net. Until next we meet here in the X Zone from our broadcast center and studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, always remember, X Zone Nation, keep your eyes to the sky and your heart in the light.
Join Patty Conklin and Healing Within Radio each week. More than entertainment, Healing Within offers educational, useful tools for everyday life. Listen for help overcoming fear, anxiety, and depression. Patty knows about eliminating cancer, MS, dementia, Parkinson's, and a host of illnesses that we face every day. Life can be good. Life is good. All you need are simple tools to start changing your life. Start right now by visiting pattyconklin.com, PATTICONKLIN. No matter where you are in the world, you can work with Patty through Skype, phone, or in person, visiting one of her retreats in Georgia. Visit pattyconklin.com today or call our offices at 404-474-0086. That's pattyconklin.com or call 404-474-0086.
Coming soon to the X Zone Broadcast Network is A Different Perspective with me, Kevin Randall, as your host. We'll be taking a close look at what is happening in the world of UFOs today with side trips into the paranormal. Guests will range from those who are household names to those who have a different perspective on a variety of topics. No topic will be taboo, but there will be tough questions asked as we all search for the truth about UFOs, the paranormal, and those things that excite us. Sometimes we'll agree with a guest and sometimes we won't, but we'll try to keep the program topical. For those of you who would like to read, be sure to visit www.kevinrandall.blogspot.com and remember to listen to the other fine programs on the X Zone Broadcast Network at www.xzbn.net.
Welcome back to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. In our previous couple of segments, we've been talking to Al Gonzalez today. He's from Quad Air Communications, quadaircom.com. And we've been talking about making videos for your business and some of the invaluable tools that are available to you in order to help you make a really professional video that can really stand out and make a big difference in your marketing and your marketing strategy. Now that we've talked about some of the different reasons why we should be making videos for our businesses, as well as what types there are, in our previous segment, you were talking about how important it is to establish a relationship to make sure that you're the right fit for the client that you're working with. Al, what makes for a great fit and what kind of benefit does that provide?
What makes a good fit is somebody willing to be open to the process. They're already ready to make the video. Always consider a timeline. So if you want the video done in March, of course, you need to work back 30, 60 days and make sure that you interview one or two producers, because it is important, extremely important, I can't emphasize that you have a working symbiotic relationship with that person. I'm not a yes person. I will be truthful and honest based on my experience. I use emotional intelligence a lot. I'm very well in tune with what the needs are for the client. I don't talk technical production until the very end, and I'm more geared about what is the message? What are you trying to tell the audience? How can we do that effectively? Can we add a little humor in there? God, humor is great. And so there's all these little elements that we can talk about. Dress for success, if it's going to be you on camera. Lighting, sound, of course, we've been talking about that. Location, that's another thing. Are we taping the production indoors, outdoors? Where are we going? Do we need to get permits? I'm certified, so I get permits all the time. There's just so many little factors that go into producing a video. Even a small 30-second DIY video, it has to be well coordinated. So those are things to consider.
One of the things I found also is that people kind of imagine, oh, if it's only a 30-second video, it's not a big deal. Actually, because it's under such a time constraint, it has to be a very, very tight video, meaning it has to be right on point, right to message. Like everything has to speak. There's no time to really kind of dilly-daddle around compared to a 2-minute video. Is that true?
Exactly. Yes, it's true, Thomas. You're right. And here's the thing. It takes more work to do a 30 than it does to do a 2-minute. There are many components that go into that. And so, again, this is where pre-production, the meeting of the minds, having a conference meeting, making sure that we have all the people that are going to be in the video. Are there people in the background? Where do we get those? Are they employees? Do they need to sign releases for the company? All those little things. Is just one person, the president of the company in front of the camera? Great. What's he or she going to say? All those little things come into play. So it's important to have a creative person or people working with you.
That makes so much sense, Al, because if you think about it, a 30-second spiel when you're at a networking event, you have some time after for some follow-up. But when you do a video, that's it. That's all they get.
That's what they get, and they're going to react according to what they see and hear. And what is that message telling them? Are they engaged first and foremost? And that call to action is there so that they can then follow up.
Exactly. And that, again, have something they can remember because you don't have the opportunity to give a business card.
Right. I've had instances where the client says, this is a message, and I'm waiting for them to say, and this is my contact. I have to remind them, you need to have a follow-up at the end. You need to have a call to action. Is it a website? Is it an email? Is it a phone number? What can we squeeze in there?
Well, especially if you have a name that's spelled, in an odd way, and there maybe even that URL that isn't so easy, just buy a URL and
Right.
have it forwarded.
Exactly. Yeah. They're very inexpensive.
Exactly.
Al, tell us a little bit more about what types of videos people should be making when it comes to, like, say someone has a personal business. Is there a very specific type of video they should have, specifically a product video or a kind of person-to-person video?
If it's a car dealership, of course, you're going to be selling cars. I have some young individuals that have a detail company where they detail cars and they do sun shading. And so we're in discussions to produce 2 videos for their website. That's going to be geared more towards bringing people in because they have a particular product that they offer. If it's somebody who's selling real estate, you want that person in front of the camera to do a greeting and then show some homes. We use drones, so we can do aerial videography. And again, it's just about coordinating and placing the video into the market that is going to be able to attract that client that you're looking after.
Wow, that's high-level tech. Drones with video.
But yeah, we use a lot of those. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That's very cool. Yeah, that's become so popular also in social media. I've seen a lot of drone footage, especially when people are in kind of exotic places. It's really cool. I love that.
Yeah, that I feel that there's an overkill with drones right now because a lot of young people are just using the aerial photography. But is it really telling a message? And is the editor cutting it just right and then moving on to storytelling? I've seen some videos where the drone videography is so long and it's not on them, it's on the editor. And I'm going, wow, what are you trying to say here? I'm bored to death.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what you said earlier, Thomas. You got to move the story along in a 30, not just a 2-minute, but in a 30, you got to be quick about it.
Well, and you're not going to engage much if you're just showing some scenery from a distance.
Correct.
Got to have that engagement and keep their attention.
Right.
So how does the process look when somebody wants to work with you? Give us some of the different tiers that are available.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you said that if someone would like to do some work on their own, they can work with you basically as a consultant and a producer.
Absolutely. What they can do, yes, what they can do is they can put together a one-page outline of what they want to see in the video and what they want to say. They can call me. We can schedule an appointment. We'll get together. I'll get to know them. find out what is it they are willing to do, what is it they're not willing to do. Sometimes, because people get excited, they want to be in front of the camera, and then they realize, oh, this is a little too much. This is more than I thought. Well, can we hire a spokesperson, a male or female, who's going to be your spokesperson for the company? And then we can make those arrangements. I work with lots of talent agencies, and we can hire people to be your spokesperson, and then coordinate all of the locations. Like I said earlier, where are we taping the video? I can give you all that information, and you can try it on your own, and we'll call it a day.
Cool. And then if someone wants to work with you where you completely, take over everything, what does that look like? Is it the same process with the continuation of you showing up and filming?
It is. And then that's where I become a lot more engaged in the process, because I'm going to be doing a lot more intake of information so that I can assess how we're going to put together the proposal for presentation. Sometimes a client wants something done right away, so let's skip the formalities. This is what I want. I'll email you, you email me, and we'll come to an agreement, and we'll move forward from there. That's happened too, and I'm okay with that too.
Now, do you have detail of each one of these different tiers on your website so people can go there and get a little bit more detail?
There's information on the website, but I don't have the tiers broken down because everybody's unique, and each situation calls for very detailed answering and in engaging the client. What I'd like to do is to educate the client. I am an instructor, a teacher, and so I'd like to educate the client in the process so that they have a buy-in into the process, and then they become a lot more engaged. And I like that.
Well, and I guess you would have a ton of different types of equipment that you would use for each different scenario.
Yes.
So it'd be difficult to, lay it out.
Right. And the more equipment, the more time it's going to take to do the setups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I found was fascinating as well, and earlier you were mentioning your use of psychology and kind of creating videos, is that when I studied with these guys who were filmmakers, they were talking about how specific shots give you a very specific feeling, and different little vignettes that they would create really dictated how the viewer felt during that portion of the video, the way the lighting was, the way the sound was, the music they chose. And there's so many elements, and there's so many things that can be done that the average person making a video just has no idea about, that bringing someone like you in could really transform a video from something that looks like everything else to something that's very moving and very powerful.
And that's the magic of cinema. That's the magic of having a producer, a director, a crew that are engaged in what is the texture of lighting. What are we trying to say? What kind of microphones are we going to be using? And how far is the camera? Where's the blocking? Last year, I met a gentleman here in Northern California, in Roseville, who produced a series of cooking videos with his DSLR camera. And he wanted me to look at him and give him my opinion. And I said, wow, I can barely hear you, and your head is cut off. And I said, you need to retape these videos, because your audience is not going to think well of you. And he appreciated the candor, and he doesn't have the budget, but I said, here, consider these following elements, and that'll help you to get your video off the ground.
That's very cool.
It's important. Image is so important.
And Al, that's great advice. We're going to come back in just a couple of minutes after a little word from our sponsors. We're going to come back and talk with Al Gonzalez some more. He is from Quad Air Communications, quadaircom.com. Check him out, serving Los Angeles and Northern California since 1984.
If you are looking for a safe, zero-calorie natural option to the harmful artificial sweeteners on the market today, Just Like Sugar is what you're looking for. Just Like Sugar is a wonderful natural alternative for those health-conscious people who choose a calorie-restricted diet with a great, pure, sweet flavor that tastes just like sugar. Just Like Sugar is a great natural option for people suffering from diabetes and may be useful in restricted diet programs where standard sugars are not allowed and does not cause a laxative effect of some other sweeteners. Just Like Sugar comprises a perfect blend of chicory root fiber, natural calcium, natural vitamin C, and Just Like Sugar's sweetness comes from the natural flavors from the peel of the orange. Just Like Sugar is a natural alternative to harmful artificial sweeteners and will change the way that you believe all natural sweetener products taste. Just Like Sugar is available at your local Whole Foods markets, Wild Oats markets, Henry's, Sun Harvest, and many other fine natural food stores in the U.S., Canada, and worldwide. They are here, and they've been here for thousands of years, making their presence known in the shadows. They might be seen by a lonely motorist on a deserted road late at night, or by a frightened and confused husband in the bedroom he is sharing with his wife. But who are they? What do they want? Why are they here? Perhaps most concerning, has the government been aware of their presence all along? The new book by Ellie Marzulli, UFO Disclosure, the 70-year cover-up exposed, delves into the world of UFOs. Can full disclosure be soon? Order now and receive a free hour and 37-minute DVD on the UFO phenomenon. UFOs are real. Get both the book and the DVD, a $40 value, for only $19.99. To order your book and DVD today, go to lamarzulli.net. That's LAMARZULLI.net.
You have heard of the X Zone? Now watch it on Simul TV, plus 500 video games, live TV channels, free video on demand, worldwide, and more. Does this sound like tomorrow's television? Well, it is, but you can have it today, right now. It is Simul TV. Simul TV offers what the others only wish they could provide. 15 exclusive channels like X Zone, sci-fi, and horror. We are worldwide. No other provider offers that. 500 built-in video games. No need to have an extra expensive system. We have them included. Free video on demand. Live streaming events from around the world, interactive online network, and much more. Tomorrow's TV today. Simul TV. Sound too good to be true? Well, it's not. You can have Simul TV today. Sign up at simultv.com. Do it today.
Memorable dynamic presentations are a not-so-secret weapon in the business world. Do you have a powerful message that must be shared, but you haven't found a way to deliver that message? Do you want to be known as a top public speaker who gets amazing results? Are you ready to create and deliver your powerful message? Thomas Hides can help you create and deliver your speech to get the results you desire. Visit iconquality.com.
Did you expect your business to flourish, but instead it plateaued or didn't get off the ground yet? Would you like to achieve massive goals and discover new sources of income within your business? When you're ready to experience that type of success with fast results, Cindy Hendricks is the business coach for you. Her work with entrepreneurs and business owners has been life-changing. To get you and your business where you want to be, go to imaginemoresuccess.com.
Has the fear of public speaking stalled your business or personal life? What would you give to develop and maintain supreme confidence? Have an invaluable private program to always perform at your best. Imagine how you would feel. You can have all that and so much more today with Thomas Hides' life-changing course called Number One Fear Unleashed. Visit numberonefear.com and be liberated from your fear of public speaking.
Welcome back to the Imagine More Success radio show with Cindy and Thomas. In our previous segments, we've been talking with Al Gonzalez, who is the owner of Quad Air Communications, and we've been talking about making videos for your business. Al, in your line of work, and as you're creating videos for businesses, what do you see as being a possibility for a person when they move from kind of an unprofessional video to doing a professional video? What are the outcomes that they can have?
Well, the possibilities are endless and opportunities abound. What happens is when you move from a first DIY video and you continue to produce videos to get your product or service message out, you will gain confidence. Your business will begin to grow exponentially because people will begin to recognize the brand and the marketing campaign of your product. And people have told me that over the years. I still work with a doctor of naturopathic medicine. He's also one of the foremost instructors in deep tissue sports and Swedish massage. We've been working together since 1992, and I produce all of his videos for him. And it's been a joy because I've seen the growth of his business, and his videos are all over the United States and in different other Asian markets because the foreign market is very big for him with instructions in massage. And so it's about growth. And the other thing I'd like to say to everyone listening is be patient when you're starting out with your video, your first, second video. Be very patient and not just produce the video, but have a marketing plan and have others that you can show the video to and say, I'd like some feedback. That's important because we can always re-edit videos and tighten them up or make them a little bit longer if they need to be.
Mm.
Well, one of the things I did, Al, after you and I worked together was I used my phone and I did a couple of speeches and looked at myself and I self-corrected because a lot of times if you see your own basic mistakes, that will speed up the process when you're working with a professional so that you're not making those simple mistakes yourself, like saying all the time. Or, one of the things I tend to do is I look up when I'm talking, like I'm looking for the words or something. It's really annoying to me. But
Right.
Those are things that you can just self-correct before you do hire a professional to help you.
And that's why I said earlier that it's important to meet the client and the client to meet the producer and see if there is a collaborative energy there between the two of you. Again, I'm not a yes person. You're not gonna hire me and I'm gonna say yes to you for everything. I don't work that way. I'm very candid. And when I hire people to work on my projects for business, I want them to be candid and straight up with me. Okay. I don't want the sugarcoating. And I'm very candid with people, especially women business owners. I want the lighting to be a certain way, to be very complimentary. Dress for success is important. Certain colors look good on video. And the audio is important. And that they rehearse. I give them a week or two to rehearse the material. And then we go into the studio or I go into their office and we set up equipment and cameras and lights and we go to work. And I'm very patient. I'm not in a hurry. If you hire me, I come in, we'll block a time. I rather have 2 hours blocked and only need 48 minutes. And then we can enjoy a cup of coffee after that and then call it a day.
Yeah, I would agree. I think people also don't always understand how long it takes to do something like this as well. A 30-second video doesn't get made in 1 minute. It takes a lot of time to put something like this together. It's the same way with a speech. A 20-minute speech, isn't something that you're going to put together and master in an hour. It takes lots of creativity, lots of outside input, looking at it, reviewing it, practicing it. I mean, there's a lot that goes into making something look easy.
Absolutely. So well said. Yeah.
Now, I can't wait for you to talk about your free gift.
Oh,
So
my
why don't you
goodness.
give a little teaser
Yeah,
about
this is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
teaser, and then we can talk more about it later.
What I'd like to offer all of your listeners is the opportunity for them to put together their idea on paper and let's schedule some time for me to assess where we can go with that marketing campaign of a video. And I will do that for you. And it's a half hour, and which is more than what we need. But again, I'd like to have plenty of time because it's important to ask a lot of questions. I, as a consumer, will ask a lot of questions, and I take my time and I do a little research, so I come prepared. So if you have an idea, write it down. If you've seen other videos, grab the URL, save it, and share that information with your upcoming producer so that he or she can see that and go, oh, that's what you're looking at doing. That really helps because the market is out there. And if you're doing a business, someone else is doing the business and they're doing a video and they have a video on their website.
And how can they connect with you? And how many of those are you giving away?
I'm going to offer 5 of those for the next 30 days, effective today. Wow. And they can either call me. Can I give the number out?
Absolutely.
That number to call is 916-444-4857. Operators are not standing by, just me. And you can go to my website, quadaircom.com, and you can send me an email from there. And I would be more than happy to meet with you. Again, I'm here in Sacramento, Roseville area. And I've been known to drive to San Francisco if there's a good Chinese restaurant.
Well, there better be.
There better be. That's right.
There's tons of them. That's awesome.
That's right.
Cool.
In your work that you do you often have a chance to see people's business grow over time? You were mentioning one of your clients earlier. Do you find that the success that people get from those first videos that they do with you is so great that they keep coming back?
Yes, I do. And that's what happens when you're committed to utilizing all of the tools that are available for a business. And having a marketing campaign is so important. Having a business plan is so important. Having consultants and advisors is worth millions. If you're by yourself or with a partner, it's good to have advisors around you. When I first started out, I struggled until I got out of the way. And I was willing to ask for help and ask for coaching and ask for advice. Nowadays, there are so many opportunities available to all of us, no matter what degree of level of business. So I encourage people to engage in getting ahead of the pack by having a marketing plan, having a video outline, and asking people for help. I mean, I do it all the time. I'm not shy about picking up the phone or sending an email to somebody. Cindy has known me for many, many years, and so she invites me to lots of different networking events, and I'm there as much as I can to impart my information and give it out for free, generously, and also to learn from others.
And that's why we love you, Al.
Oh, thank you so much. Gosh.
Well, what I'd be interested to know is what platforms you feel are the most effective when you do have a quality video.
A lot of the videos lately in the last year I've been posting for my clients on YouTube. And when I am working on your video, I will use Vimeo as a video platform so that you can see the work in progress. But with YouTube, you can post the video yourself, or I'm happy to do it for you. There's no charge for that. And then you can link the YouTube video to your Facebook, and you can use it onto your website, post it on your website.
What are your thoughts on Instagram? That's said to be the new Facebook, and they now do videos, I understand.
Right.
So what are you thinking about that?
It's another platform, and if you can utilize it to market your product or service, use it. It's there. Absolutely. They're tools.
And, the other stuffier one is LinkedIn. I've seen people on LinkedIn kind of bless out others for doing the wrong thing or saying, this is a Facebook or whatever. So, people need to be a little, cautious about what they do there. So would you recommend a video on LinkedIn?
I would recommend posting a link on LinkedIn, a link that goes to your video, and don't over traffic.
For the very same reason.
For the same reason. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because though it is professional, I know that, there are business Nazis on there.
Right. That's right. Well, that's where you go to Facebook.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
You can look at all the videos all day long, and they have everybody's LinkedIn anyway, linked to all the different other platforms.
Yes. And then there's Twitter.
There's Twitter, right.
And what are your thoughts on videos on Twitter? Another URL?
I've never done a video on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah. I stick to certain platforms, and that's where I stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, if you want to, well, thanks again, Al, for joining us today. We definitely wanted to say thank you. Great information for the listeners, and a really great topic. Again, a place where a professional comes in very, very handy. And if you want to have someone who is an expert come and assist you with the video, the editing, the lighting, the audio, the storytelling, the vignettes, everything about making an amazing video for your business, definitely consider Al Gonzalez. Again, he is at Quad Air Communications, quadaircom.com. Definitely feel free to reach out to him, give him a call, set up a meeting with him, and see what he can do for your business. And if you'd like to learn what else you can do for your business to help you make more money, check out findhiddenmoney.com, where you can learn from Cindy and I how you can find the hidden money that's in your business and in your personal life. And if you want to listen to some of our past episodes where we have incredible interviews with business experts, go to imaginemoresuccess.net, and do please join us next week. And we always want to remind you to realize your dreams and to imagine more success.